Hello everyone, Solomon here. It's Tuesday, May 28, 2024 edition, and I am just free-ranging in the park. It's such a beautiful day outside. It stopped raining. It's the day after Memorial Day. Whew, it's only Tuesday, Tubby Tuesdays. That's what they call it at the hospital. Tubby Tuesdays, because Yep. Everyone's fat. All the patients are fat. You know, I think people know better by now to avoid fast food. But you know what? Everyone still orders Popeye's chicken, Big Macs, Wendy's, Chick-fil-A. All the above. Because it's just so good. No one cares anymore. This is the world of instant gratification. This is America. It's very easy to be complacent. It's very easy just to not give two shits and just do your own thing because it feels good, because you want your independence, because you don't want anyone else telling you what to do. It's America. And when I was in Switzerland and Italy, there weren't any fat chicks unless they were old. The only excuse you had was if you're old. And most people weren't there in that demographic. You had very beautiful young men and women out there doing their own thing. The European lifestyle, the Mediterranean diet, fish, olives, beets, onions, all the vegetables that people don't regularly eat, mushrooms, olive oil, using ghee, using anything else but cheap seed oil and grape oils. So anyways, you have naturally healthier people who aren't fat and are morbidly obese. That makes society run a lot smoother. There isn't such a need or overwhelming the medical industrial complex, you know. You're not running down the doctors, you're not running down the nurses for, you know, corporate resources. That makes everyone's life much easier. They don't have to work as hard. They don't need to pump out all these different pharmaceutical drugs. You know, grandma has like 50 different pills she has to take every day. You know, and that's only getting worse and worse because young people are needing those pills. Okay, not just the elderly. So there's competition involved, in the competition of course, the big pharma making money. And that's just America. That's just the lifestyle. People don't want to not eat at McDonald's. People don't want to eat organic. People don't want to slow down and grow their own food. People don't want to shop at the, you know, at the local farmer's market. They just don't. They're just too fucking lazy or have become complacent. They just don't want to move around. And then you have people just acting like everything's supposed to be treated like an adult home, like a nursing home. Oh, don't move. You're gonna, you know, don't make me do any more work. People don't want to work. People don't want to get married. Women especially. You know, if you make a sandwich for a guy, you know, it's deemed as bad. They just have this very negative attitude towards doing work. Burnout. I mean, they went through this industrial age where they had to do everything and be a man, and now they're just having burnout and they don't want to do any work anymore. They have become complacent, and they're gonna bitch at you. I worked for the past 50 years and all I have to show for it is nothing, so fuck this, I'm not doing any work for anyone. And, you know, the younger generations are carrying the same mentality. It always equates to people are fucking lazy. They just want the rewards and benefits of someone else who's doing all the hard work. And you are not Michael Jordan. You're not Leonardo da Vinci. You know, damn. You're lazy. You're fat. You're gonna reminisce your years in time at high school. It's just like Al Bundy syndrome. What did you do today? Not yesterday, not a week ago. What the fuck did you do today? Probably not much. Probably not much. Because I was one of these people too, you know. Days have gone by. I may have just played Street Fighter Alpha and selected all the characters and beat the goddamn game autistically a bajillion times. Then I went on to the next game and the next game, and I just kept looking up more games to download with ROMs and, you know, pirated games and stuff. And it's just like, the dopamine addiction is real. Same thing with pornography. You know, one girl, two girls, three girls, you're just trying to look for the meaning of life through video games, pornography, and what other instant gratification vices out there. Maybe some people are into alcohol. Maybe some people are into drugs. You know, it's all the same. Your money is worthless if you're just unhappy. You know, your money is worth it, because if you made $100,000, $200,000, or $500,000, and you're addicted to gambling, and you're just gonna gamble all the money anyways, and the house always wins, you know, what was the point? You were never happy to begin with, so you're always offsetting your money to something stupid, which will ultimately devour you. You know? And it's weird. It's weird. You don't know this. You will never know what you actually spend your money on until it finally happens, or if it's too late. Sometimes it's too late. You know, the 2008 market crash, the 9/11, you know, the Twin Towers just freaking blows up. You know, just, you know, there's no work-life balance. And whatever. That's why I'm in the wilds here, so I can find myself, so I can see what I really want. I've been reading a lot of people's homeowner. You know, what's it like being a homeowner? I'm sure every kid wants their own place. I'm 39, approaching 40, so, you know, I'm very well over the age of having my own place, but I just don't do it because, again, every adult I've come across, they're like, when I moved out of my mom's house, that's when the bills started adding up. And that was like in the year 2000, late 2000s. People were bitching and complaining. Like, 2014, like 16 years, 20 years ago. And they're still bitching and complaining about money. What can you do? What the fuck can you do? Maybe you can't do anything. Maybe you're just, you know, maybe that's it. Maybe video games was the highlight of your life, most kids' lives, because everything else in real life is probably too fucking expensive. Yeah, be a real estate mogul. Be an entrepreneur. Yeah, sure. You go do all that work. Yeah, you go do all that work. You go sell all those houses in a post-apocalyptic COVID world. You do all those cold calls. I'm not doing that shit. Are there any benefits to reap? You get married. You have 2 kids, 3 kids at home, only to get divorced, only for your house to burn down, only for your wife to steal everything and leave. Or whatever the scenario, there's always something bad out there, and it's like, the fuck, you know, why start anything to begin with when you're happy with being a nobody? I didn't do it, you know, I didn't achieve those things. I didn't get married. I can't get divorced. I didn't have kids. I can't, you know, they can't come back and steal my money. A lot of these things. someone always comes back and bites you in the ass for money. You know, the grift and the scams and the cold calls and the, you know, Jesus Christ, it's like, doesn't anyone work anymore? No, people don't work. They could just get away with scamming someone, grifting someone. Especially on the internet. Who wants to work? Just cold call 50 people a day and, you know, ask them to buy something or invest in your shit company and your shit stocks and your shit inventory. It has very little or no value to anyone else whatsoever except for you to increase your profit margins. You will see this time and time again, you know. So everything about my life and your life is probably a lot of bullshit. But how do you control the bullshit is a whole different story. The animals. Yes, there are wild animals. Animals do not have a system of money, yet they continue to survive. It's people that are freaking out all the time and killing each other for money. That's why I go to nature, because they don't try to sell me anything. What about your time? What about you only live once? You only live once. Do all these crazy shits. You only live once. Yeah, fuck you, Jesus Christ. I should have died like a bajillion times before, but I haven't, so I don't really care. No, I already know my life pattern. I'm just a wage slave. I mean, this isn't like my potential to be next Elvis Presley is like -5. I mean, this is damn shit. This is like, do I want to be a cashier at Walmart or the manager that makes $5 more? And which at the same time, the price of inflation and homelessness is ever increasing. So like, what the fuck? These animals are like, the fuck is that motherfucker doing? You'll notice that the animals are not as afraid of me because there's nothing to be afraid of. This is just my daily walk. Much to do about nothing. I worked 8.5 hours. I would do 15 hours a day, but I only do it because of overtime, and you know, people aren't there or on vacation, and I take the opportunity to pick up some more hours. You know, most guys do work 15 or 16 hours 6 days a week, and they do have things like wives and girlfriends and things like that. It's perfectly normal. Except when you live in America, everyone's a feminist and trying to kill you and acting like Karen and doing weird, stupid shit, and it's just like, what's going on? I told you the industries. Just no one has time to give a fuck about themselves anymore. Or be themselves. It's just, you're serving everyone else but yourself. I'm a dopamine addict, so I'm constantly looking for something to stimulate my brain. I'm becoming more extroverted as I'm, you know, outside. But I'm very well aware of that. This is what an extrovert feels like. They are happy trigger to create discord or anything to get that feeling that they're interacting, that they're releasing dopamine, that they're happy. That's what I gotta do, you know. Sometimes I'm just too introverted. Years have gone by and I repeat the same autistic patterns, playing video games, just like as though someone was on their deathbed and they replay Barney the dinosaur, and it's just like, the fuck is going on? The fuck? What in the actual fuck is going on? It's just like I've seen it before, you know. Some guy was like, poor guy was hospitalized because of a car accident or something, and it's just like he was brain dead, physically brain dead from the accident, and they just played the, you know, hospital, whatever, rehab center. Just replayed the same fucking Barney on TV all day, you know, every day. It's just like, what the hell is this shit? Is that me? I don't know. Just playing the same fucking video games over and over again, thinking that, you know, my reality will somehow change, or, you know, I would become Chad or something. How many times can you be Chad? I don't know. I don't know. I always wanted to know what it was like to be a normal guy, have a girlfriend, you know, have kids. But then it's just like, oh, it's only a ticking time bomb until I get divorced, until my kids grow up and try to steal my money or even kill me, which has happened to other Chinese folk out there. The parents, you know, they have a kid, the son's an asshole, and usually tries to swindle the mom's grandparents' money, because Chinese people have money, or homes that have built equity. And Chinese people are very high on anxiety and the scarcity mindset, and that causes them to hoard money all the time. Lucky red envelopes. Gung hei fat choi. You know, I explicitly told my Chinese aunt, when she called me and said, I'm just trying to take care of myself. And she's like, I totally get it. And then the next thing that she says is like, I hope you find a mate. And I'm just like, the fuck? What does that mean? Like, what is that? That you find a mate, that you find a girlfriend. This is America. There is no girlfriend, there's no wife. All there is are just free-range Karens. You know, you got all these Karen-like people with double standards standing on their pedestal. Everything they say is like fighting words. Everything is another accusation. Everything they say is just like, you know, there to argue with you. And it's just like, what in the actual hell? No one's getting along with anyone. No one's perfect. And it's just like, you're fucked. Everyone is absolutely fucked. You know? The girl's gonna get old. She's gonna get fat. She's, you know. The guy's gonna quickly lose interest in her. And it's just like, damn. The guy's, on the other hand, the guy's not gonna have enough money to keep her interested in him. And it's just like, what the So there you go. There's your answer. Nothing lasts. Nothing lasts anymore. So what is the answer? Everyone just hops on the computers and play World of Warcraft? Does everyone just hop on the computer and play World of Warcraft and live a fantasy life so they don't get hurt by some kind of girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband, marriage complex? Because people have lost their resiliency. They're too sensitive. They need sensitive training, you know. They used to build people like German tanks. Now they're like cheap, falling apart like cheap Chinese motorcycles. Something you said, something you did, something you didn't do. Most likely something you didn't do, then something you did. So an apartment, a single bedroom apartment is $200,000. So if I make $120,000 a year on paper, so after taxes, that's about $100,000. 2 or 3 years I can save up to buy a 1-bedroom apartment, flat out, and just live out my life. Just go to work every day, and that's it. So 4 years, that's high school. Can you relive and can you live out 4 years? Can I do it? Work every single motherfucking day. Try to cap as much overtime as possible, and just live out my life. This is very normal. Some people do this 40 years. 40 years, 40 years, 40 years. 40 years is quite, there's no one special. I know an engineer, he's not, he fucking had to do this shit, he was an exception to the rule. He was probably smarter than the next, 1,000 people. One out of like 1,000 people. He's an engineer. He told me the same thing. He just fucking grinded it out. Couldn't stand the job anymore. It was becoming too toxic. Too many supervisors. Too much management. Just hovering over his shoulder, trying to tell him what to do when he's just actually doing the work. He's the one doing the work, and it's just like, damn, you can't be doing that shit to like introverts. That's a turnoff. Damn, adult supervision. So I'm just gonna show up to work Tuesday, and it's only Tubby Tuesday. Here I am at the park, not playing video games. For me, it would have just been another day of me playing another video game. Slay the Spire. Star Renegade. War Tortoise. Another tower shooter, StarCraft 2. Whatever the in-game is. Now people are playing Apex. Do you want to play Fortnite? Then you have people like, you only live once. Trying to gaslight you. Trying to get you to do these extreme things. No, I know who I am. I'm a fat kid. I really don't do that much. I know how I operate, I think the Game Boy with freaking Pokemon was the highlight of my life or some shit. Like, I don't know how people spend so much time outside. It must be kind of cool. If you like spending all this time outside. I would like to, but I'm only experiencing it. I'm only getting the feel of it. I would actually like to genuinely like outdoors. Maybe I'm not homeless enough. Maybe I should just look up the van life and just live out of a van and live out my dreams, because apparently I'm one of these guys that just don't freaking want to get married because it's just too much responsibility, and I'm not making enough money, even though I'm hitting 6 figures. It's just, the East Coast, New Jersey, is just too goddamn expensive. We're just gonna look at the stream here while it is chatting. Attempt to monetize this video and get my $1 American dollar, which I have not yet accomplished. So please like and subscribe. Yeah, the van life. Maybe I should just live in a van for like a year. There's one guy named Wally at the hospital. He just fucking kept coming in every single motherfucking day, drunk, like, because of his alcohol addiction, and it's just like, what in the actual fuck, man? That's kind of like me, except I've always been addicted to video games. You don't see the point in life. I don't see a purpose in it. I don't think the things I want are even obtainable. And why anything? I mean, I already have like a very like -1 social life because I'm Chinese. Chinese is one of the hardest languages on the planet. They're also super fucking ugly people. It's just like, what in the actual fuck? And savage. I mean, again, what in the actual savage? And you're like, oh no, Chinese people are so good looking. No, they're not. No, said no one ever. And the language is really hard. So, fuck. It's like I'm absolutely fucked. I'm so fucked. You have a race of super violent, He's like, no, Solomon, you're making up all this bullshit. No, Mao killed one of the most people, ever in history. Even like 10 times more than fucking Hitler. I mean, we're talking about ultra motherfucking, reptilian rage level of violence and destruction and killing. Like, he could have killed Gaza, 10 times over, and, I mean, it was that bad. It's just like, oh my God, what the hell? What does it mean to be Chinese? I don't know. It's really savage. If you look into it, it's really, really savage. And you can even see it for yourself. Warrior on Netflix, if you're into that stuff. Bruce Lee. But that's real life. That's real. That's what it's like. Someone's trying to kill you. Someone's trying to grift you. Someone's trying to scam you. You're trying to hide your money, but there's always someone trying to ransom you. People don't understand. They're just constantly reacting and, throwing tantrums and trying to kill each other. It's just like, what the fuck? That's exactly what it's like being Chinese. And so I'm at here in the park, just trying to enjoy my time. What is the ultimate timeline? What is this ultimate timeline? Every job sucks. I don't know how to tell you this, but every job is terrible. If you worked in the morning from 4 a.m. to like 4 p.m. for 12 hours, you wouldn't have any daylight. You would complain that, I don't get to see the sun because I'm in the office building all the time. You would complain about something. Oh, why don't I have a hybrid job? You would just keep complaining about something. It's like, oh, how do I optimize to become even nerdier? This and that, and it's just like, holy shit. The planes don't stop. I'm just gonna not give a fuck. Oh, what if I just made more money? Nope. And so much of my time is just devoted to not giving a shit. Much of my time is just devoted to not giving a shit. So like, I naturally get a lot of attention, so I have to constantly hide myself. Yes, I just stick out like a sore thumb. It could be because there's only one out of a few very Chinese people, and I'm the only vlogger here. And it's just like, you know, it's just another fucking day, kids. It's just another fucking day. It's you, but you're 40 years old. You're not married. You don't have any kids. You see everyone else with wife and kids, and you're just like, what went wrong? One, are you Chad or not? 2, do you even want kids? And 3, do you still live in your mom's house? And 4, do you want to be rich or do you want to have kids and a wife? I mean, you can't have it all. No, unless you're Chad. And maybe if you're like Tom Brady, you can have it all, but most people, no. You're not gonna have. You're lucky just to have one of those. Maybe I should be living in a van. You know, maybe that'll make me happy. Like how there were pirates back in the day, or nomads, or Vikings. People who just didn't give a fuck. Men who just did their own fucking thing. Spread their seed all across wherever, even on their bed sheets. Lived like animals and barbarians. Because they were savage. Damn. I don't know. Sometimes I just don't know. I'm very nomadic. I don't like staying in one place unless I'm playing video games. Unless I set my mind to I'm playing Diablo 2 or StarCraft for fucking 16 hours a day. You know. Why would I do that? Now with the knowledge I know, why the fuck would I do that? It's absolutely stupid. You know, playing video games is unsustainable dopamine. You're always going to be addicted, especially if you're Asian. You're always going to be addicted, just like mahjong or poker or at the casino. And you're always going to want the next dopamine hit. Oh, just another game, just another game. And you're always going to want another dopamine hit. Is there a smart decision? I mean, it's not as bad as drugs, but, you know, why can't your real life or even going to the park just be as fun? I'm getting sunlight. I'm getting my vitamin D, you know, raising my testosterone levels, increasing my dopamine and serotonin naturally, and regulating my immune system the right way. Why can't it be like that, you know? Why can't I just be a happy, natural, normal kind of a person? Why does this guy always gotta be so goddamn extreme? I don't know. I'm just a fiend. You know, there's just creatures in the world called fiends, and they're just like, they're always addicts, or they always have some kind of vice. You know, some kind of creepy shit going on. I wish I had an answer. Fine, go outside. Devote 1 hour of your life to sunlight outside, and you make that a standard, a minimum requirement to get some fucking sunlight in your 24-hour day. Because that's one of the smartest things you actually can do with your life. And most people in America probably neglect it. And maybe because it could just be so fucking boring. I mean, you could be seeing the same Best Buy, Target, Costco store every single motherfucking day. And you're just like, shit. This isn't an adventure. This is more like the same consumerism. Consume. 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 When I was younger, I was watching fucking Power Rangers. Every single fucking day I would be watching Power Rangers and shit. I don't know. I just don't fucking know. My dad would just be taking us to Toys R Us, to McDonald's, and somehow he was doing his Kung Fu studio in New York City. Time has passed. Fucking time has passed. What have I done with all my education? I don't know. I don't give a fuck. Did I go back and become a class mother or a teacher or even be interested in helping kids? Nope. I just don't believe in that shit. It didn't really help me. I was born a degenerate. We'll die a degenerate. Damn. Low-ass level of integrity. Only wants to make money. Doesn't believe in marriage. Doesn't have much values. I absolutely don't give a fuck. All he wants is to eat, sleep, rinse and repeat. My being was actually pissing my brother off in Switzerland. He was recognizing that all I was doing was fulfilling my lower needs. Fulfilling your lower needs. Eating, but I was on vacation. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Eating. Sleeping. Drinking. You're not supposed to be some kind of a Jesus or philosopher on your vacation. Like I was getting yelled at constantly with Asian parenting. You know. Fine, if you want to be a millionaire, a billionaire, and enforce your laws and values on other people, you go spend your energy on that shit. It's not me. Welcome to the Solomon Chau world of no one really gives a fuck. Because no one actually gives a fuck. No one can help me except for myself. I don't believe it. You know? Like, can you imagine? Well, thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. It's a beautiful day outside. Enjoy it. See you in the next one. Peace out.